Aliasing is a concept in signal processing that describes what happens when a signal is recorded, sampled, or displayed at a rate that is too slow to capture its true behavior. When this happens, the recorded version of the signal looks different from the original one. It may appear distorted, misleading, or even completely wrong. Aliasing is especially important in digital audio, music production, video processing, telecommunications, and any system that converts real-world signals into digital form. To understand aliasing clearly, it helps to remember that digital systems do not see continuous information. They take snapshots, like pictures taken at regular intervals. If these snapshots are taken too slowly, important details between them are missed, and the signal becomes misrepresented. A simple analogy, the wagon wheel effect. Imagine watching an old movie where a wagon wheel appears to turn backwards even though the wagon is moving forward. That visual trick happens because the camera captures the wheel at a limited number of frames per second. If the wheel is turning slightly faster than the capture rate, each frame catches the spokes in a position that makes the rotation appear reversed or slowed. The wheel hasn't actually changed direction. Your eyes are being fooled by aliasing. This is exactly how aliasing works with sound, light, or any signal being captured digitally. Sampling, taking snapshots of a signal. When a signal, like a sound wave, is converted to digital form, the system takes snapshots at a fixed frequency. If enough samples are taken per second, the signal can be reconstructed accurately. However, if the sampling rate is too low, the recorded signal will not match the original. The digital version may look like a completely different wave. This inaccurate representation is aliasing. You can think of this like trying to film a hummingbird's wings using a slow-motion camera. If your frame rate is too low, the wings will blur or seem to move strangely. They are moving faster than you can record. Aliasing in audio. Aliasing in audio creates unwanted tones or strange distortions that were not present in the original sound. For example, imagine recording a high-pitched musical note using a device that only takes a few sound samples per second. The recording will misinterpret the pitch and may play back a lower, rough, or incorrect tone. The original tone is still there in reality, but the digital copy has accidentally transformed it. Musicians and sound engineers sometimes describe aliasing as harshness, metallic artifacts, warbling tones, garbage frequencies. In music production tools, aliasing often appears when applying filters, distortion, or pitch-shifting effects without proper safeguards. Aliasing in images and video. Aliasing also affects visuals. Image aliasing. When a digital camera captures a pattern with fine repeating details, those details may appear wavy, flickering, jagged. These strange patterns are known as Moore patterns, and they are caused by aliasing. Video aliasing. When movement is too fast for the frame rate, motion appears jumpy, reversed, slowed, blurred. Just like the wagon wheel effect, video aliasing is caused by capturing fewer frames than needed. Why aliasing happens? Aliasing happens whenever the sampling rate, how often we capture data, is not high enough to keep up with the real signal. The signal continues to change, but the system recording it does not record fast enough to follow those changes. The system then guesses incorrectly, producing a distorted version. How we prevent aliasing. 1. Sample fast enough. Using a sampling rate high enough to capture the details of the signal prevents aliasing. This means taking more snapshots per second. In digital audio and video equipment, high-quality devices use fast sampling rates to preserve detail accurately. 2. Use filters before sampling. Before converting a signal to digital form, we often pass it through a low-pass filter. This filter removes very fast changes that cannot be sampled correctly. Removing content that cannot be captured prevents aliasing. 3. Oversampling. In audio synthesis and processing tools, oversampling is used. The system temporarily works at a much higher sampling rate to ensure accuracy, then reduces the rate later in the process. Where aliasing matters most. Field, music production, why aliasing matters. Prevents unpleasant digital distortion in sound recordings. Field, telecommunications, why aliasing matters. Ensures voice and data signals transmit clearly. Field, medical imaging, why aliasing matters. Helps produce accurate MRI and ultrasound scans. Field, radar, and sonar. Why aliasing matters: ensures accurate detection and interpretation of signals. Field, computer graphics. Why aliasing matters: reduces visual artifacts in textures and animations. In all of these fields, ensuring clear and accurate digital representation is essential. Final summary: aliasing occurs when a signal is sampled or recorded at a rate that is too low to capture its true behavior. When this happens, the digital version of the signal is distorted, reversed, or misinterpreted. In audio, it causes unwanted tones. In video, it causes motion artifacts. In images, it causes strange patterns. Preventing aliasing involves sampling the signal fast enough, filtering out details that cannot be captured, using oversampling or high-quality recording systems. In simple terms, aliasing is what happens when reality changes faster than we can capture it, leading to a misleading or distorted digital copy.